Hello. It's Jemma here, and I'm excited to be back. Coming to you with a new show this week, and majority again will be channeled. So I'll just start to get into the groove a little bit in a minute once people start to maybe jump on. So to give you a bit of an idea, obviously this is my second week, so new shows just come live. So I'm Jemma, and I'm a spiritual healer. I channel a lot of the healings that I do for my clients, and that's what I'll do today. So we'll channel through. So me basically being just the channel for the information to come through and for me to be able to speak that to you. So today is about forgiveness. When I started to tune into this, it was, what's this show going to be about today? And I really felt that forgiveness is something that just came through really, really clear for me. And I've put my rose quartz crystal for my heart, because that is where forgiveness sits. So again, this is just going to be channeled through. Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth? Who knows where we're going to end up with this? But I know that generally speaking, my guided visualizations are around 15 minutes. So even if you don't want to sit here for the whole hour, but you just want to sit down for that visualization, I would highly recommend it, because every time it is incredible what comes through. And I get excited because I'm doing this with you. It's not something that I've written down and I've already done. It's something I'm doing right here, right now, which is really exciting for me as well. So I can see a few people. Hi, Amy. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Jonna. Nice to see you all. Thank you for being here with me. It's really, really exciting. I love doing this sort of thing. I love being live and just seeing what comes through. So forgiveness is going to be today's topic of conversation as well. So I'm going to start talking through some forgiveness and really what that can mean in our lives. So for me, personally, I've had to do a lot of forgiving, not just of other people, but also of myself. So this can be really, really powerful if you want to move forward in your life. And if you just feel like there's a bit of something going on between, a bit of ickiness kind of between you and another person because of past issues, and you just simply want to be able to be in that same room with them, just for somebody else's sake, or whether it's your own sake, forgiveness is really the key. And forgiveness, I just want to add, I'm just kind of being bombarded with information at the second, is forgiveness is actually not about having past events erased. So it's not about just going, oh, I can forgive you and forget about what happened and move on. It's sort of like that, but on an energetic level. So it's the energy that we're forgiving that person. It's not that we're forgetting. We're not just saying, see you later. Oh yes, yep, you totally ruined my life, but I'll move on and I'll forgive you and I'll be best friends with you. That's not what it's about. It's about forgiveness in the energy. So then you can not have so much resistance to different situations or different people, and actually being able to open yourself up more, because forgiveness blocks us off. So it puts up a wall around our heart, and that can be layer upon layer upon layer. So if we don't start forgiveness soon, then it can just be this massive wall that we need to shift, and it's going to be really challenging. I'm glad you agree, Donna. Forgiveness, I think, is a great topic as well. So I'm glad that this one came up today. I've got a lot of personal insight into this, as well as obviously a lot of downloaded insight as well. So yeah, it's really going to be an interesting topic for this day. So thank you again for joining me. And what I will do now is we're just going to maybe drop into the visualization. So I'm just feeling really calm and steady. So now is a point where we want to drop into this visualization. So you can call it a meditation if you want to. I don't feel like it's as deep as a meditation, because we're really trying to picture most of what we're doing. So if you just want to get yourselves comfortable, find yourself a quiet spot and just start to feel a little bit grounded, feel softened. And I'm just going to close my eyes for a bit, just so I can start to get connected myself. We're just going to ask for this visualization to be completed for the highest and best of anybody who listens to this recording and anybody who is currently online. we're just going to open this space, so this online space where anybody who jumps in at a later date or time can also receive this healing and this visualization for their highest and best. I'm just creating this space. So if it's the first time you've seen me doing this, sometimes I'll have my eyes open, sometimes I have my eyes closed. It just depends on how much clearer I need the picture to be. So just bear with me for 2 seconds while I just open this space. So what I can see is just this beautiful space, open, this circle with chairs all around it. And as I bring the energy and just clear that space, ready for this beautiful visualization to occur, I'm just going to flood that with loving light. And I just want you all to know that you are really safe in this space. This space is where you can come, you can be yourself, you can open up, fully protected and fully safe. So when I connect in, I'll connect in with our angels and our guides that are there to serve us for our highest and best. My intention for this session is that you are able to connect in and feel safe, and that you can connect in and create this space for healing and for forgiveness. So what we want to do is I now want to invite you into this circle. So to start with, I'd like you to get yourself nice and comfy, like I said. Take some deep breaths and just close your eyes. And we're just going to imagine that we're sitting on a seat in this circle. And as you do that, imagine that there is this pink, beautiful light pink flame engulfing you. So it's coming up from under your seat and coming up around you. And you feel safe, and you feel warm, and you feel protected. And I want you to know that this healing and this visualization, this forgiveness is for your highest and best. I want you to sit in that beautiful pink flame of energy, that warm flame, that safe flame. You're sitting on a chair, you've got this beautiful flame coming up around you like a lantern. It's protecting you. And then once you're in that space, I want you to open your arms and put your hands out in front of you. You can either do this in your mind or with your physical body, it's up to you. And you're just going to ask your archangel, your guides, to place their hands on yours. Because you want to feel guided. You want to feel like they're taking the lead, which they will. They'll take the lead for you. They're here to help you, and they're placing their hands on yours. You can feel the energy. You may notice your hands start to drop because there's quite a few people here to help you. And you want to thank them. Thank your angels and guides for being here today to support you through this forgiveness of yourself and of others. And you can place your hands down if you've got them physically up. Just place them into your lap gently and just know that they're here surrounding you, holding your hand and leading you into this forgiveness. And as you sit there nice and calm, safe, secure, protected, you're just going to gently feel into your body. You can wriggle a little bit in your seat, so I'm getting the urge to wriggle my shoulders where my heart is, and we want to bring that energy out. So forgiveness sits in our heart chakra, and we want to bring that out. We want to wriggle and bring that energy right up into our heart space. Just imagine that that energy is sitting here. That energy is sitting right in front of your heart. You can hold it if you wish, but just know that it's there. It's the same pink as that flame that we started with. And this forgiveness This love is going to be forgiveness. And I want to bring a situation to your attention right now. There's a situation in your life, either past or present, that has you worried. It has you unable to sleep sometimes. It has you worrying. It has you feeling anxious and closed off. It's a situation that involves yourself and another person, just one person. And that situation is going to be weighing you down. It's going to be sitting on your shoulders. And as you take some deep breaths, I want you to feel where that situation really weighs you down the most. Is it on your head? Is it on your shoulders? Is it on your heart, on your chest, on your stomach? It's a physical weight that this forgiveness, this situation sits. It's a situation that has really hurt you. A situation with this person hasn't felt good to you for a while now. And just breathe into that. Notice where you sit. Where does it sit? Where do you feel it? Where are you tight and tense? Where is their weight sitting? And just feel into that as deeply as you can. Understand that you're in a safe space. So if you need to let emotion out, you absolutely can. And you just want to feel into that heaviness. And then when you're ready, you need to say, I am willing to let this go. I am willing to cut energetic ties with this situation. I'm ready to forgive. Just feel that for a minute. Just feel that forgiveness. What does forgiveness mean upon this weight? You need to feel it. You need to feel ready to forgive. You need to feel ready to move on. You need to feel ready to cut energetic ties with this situation. And then I want you to imagine wherever it is that you're holding that negative space, that negative energy, that situation, I want you to imagine that there's a dark cloud sitting around that space, and it's getting bigger as you breathe in, it gets bigger and bigger. And that's a dark cloud that you're ready to forgive and you're ready to lift off of your shoulders or wherever it sits. As that cloud gets bigger, I want you to push it up. Push it up. You can throw it if you need to. If it's really heavy and you need to quickly get rid of it, you can throw it up and push it up as high as you can. Up to the Creator, who will take care of it for your highest and best. He or she will accept this situation and dissolve it into loving energy, unconditional love for you and this other person. So as you lift that up, you're going to accept that they're taking it away from you, and in your hands they are placing unconditional love, and you're going to bring that and hold it in your heart space. You're going to feel that unconditional love sitting in your heart space, and you're going to turn that into forgiveness. And you are going to use that forgiveness on yourself first. You're going to bring that forgiveness, that bubble of forgiveness up and sit it on top of your head, and allow that forgiveness to wash down over you, to wash down through you, releasing all of those energetic attachments to anything you said, anything you did, anything you wish you did that you didn't do, anything that you wish you had have said. You're going to forgive yourself for all of those things towards that situation. And as this energy moves through each and every cell in your body, it's bringing in forgiveness energy. And as I sit in this circle, I can see the forgiveness, the beautiful pink forgiveness going in through every cell of your body. I'm just going to ask Creator of all that is to come in and please create this energy of unconditional love and forgiveness for each and every person that comes into this circle. And as you focus on your own forgiveness and all of those things that you did or didn't do, all of those things that you did or didn't say, every aspect of you, you are forgiving within yourself, within your own heart. There's a door opening and you're walking out into the forgiveness from your heart space. And as you feel that forgiveness washing through you, feeling calm, surrendering that situation and the energy of that situation, you can drop it down through the earth, you can pass it up. Just know that this is being done for your highest and best. And as you feel calm and collected, as you feel forgiveness for yourself sitting in your heart space throughout your body, you can now bring this intention to the person that you need to forgive. So right now, you can imagine sitting in this circle. This beautiful forgiveness has been healed within you, and this situation has been energetically cleared within you. But you're going to imagine that this person, this other person to do with this situation, is standing in front of you. They may be living, they may not be living anymore. But just imagine that that person is right in front of you. And you're going to put out your hands again. You're going to ask your guides and angels to come back and please place their hands on your hands. Just wait until you can feel their energy tingling on your hands, or the weight of their hands on yours. And just know that they're placing unconditional love and forgiveness on your hands. They are filling your hands with energy. They are providing you the forgiveness you need to forgive this person. It's not coming from within you. They are giving this forgiveness to you. And once you feel that forgiveness in your hands, it's beautiful and soft. You're ready to hand it to the other person. And you're going to place your hands up like palms out, up towards them. And it's not in a harsh way. You're not telling them to stop or back off. It is soft and it is gentle and it's filled with love and forgiveness. And as you hold your hands up, they take a step forward and they place your hands on yours. And I just want you to send this forgiveness to this person. Send this energy to this person. Breathe it through from your hands to theirs. And as you do, imagine that that beautiful pink energy of forgiveness is coming up through their arms and down into their heart space as well. You are sending them forgiveness for all that has happened, for all that was said or not said, all that was done or not done. You are forgiving and healing yourself with this situation. You're cutting energetic ties with this situation and this person about this situation. We're offering them forgiveness because you deserve forgiveness. You deserve to be free of this situation. You deserve to have your heart space open. You deserve to heal the wounds of the past and the present. You deserve to be forgiven. Once you feel that there's enough forgiveness having gone to this person and you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel like you have forgiven this person for the situation, when you no longer have any emotion tugging at your gut or your heart, you know you are free from this person and the situation. You know you have forgiven them. So check in with your heart first. How does your heart feel about this person? Does your heart feel open? Or does your heart feel hurt? Check in with your gut, with your sacral. How does your gut, how does your sacral feel about this person and situation? Is it calm or is it angry? If you still have emotion sitting in either your heart or your sacral, go ahead and place your hand on it now, or you can anyway if you wish. Just to make sure, we're going to send forgiveness to our heart and our sacral. And we are also going to cut any energetic ties that we have between this person, this situation, and our heart and our sacral. We're going to imagine that this forgiveness energy sitting on our hands right now is dissolving those ties. And as you take some deep breaths, just know that this healing has been done for your highest and best. That this situation and this person has been able to receive some forgiveness from you. And as I sit in the middle of this circle and watch each and every one of you and witness your healing, it's an honour. It's an honour to see this forgiveness for yourself so you can feel empowered and so you can step forward and so you don't have to be held back energetically by this situation anymore. I'm just going to ask our archangels to come in and just place their hands on each of our shoulders, to just really settle in, just really ground this forgiving energy into our heart, out through our sacral and down into the ground. We are healing. We are forgiving. And everybody in this circle or watching this video is absolutely 100% loved. All of your guides are just beautifully sending the energy through. So I'm just being shown there's a spiral of energy through the center of this circle that we're sitting. You may be able to feel the energy of it in front of you. You may be able to feel a slight breeze, tingles. And it's rising up and connecting all of us in this circle. We've grounded our forgiving energy and now we're rising it up to clear. It's being cleared and Creator is taking it. Creator is pulling this energy up. It's beautiful. And now I'd like to invite you to say goodbye to this person if they are still standing in front of you. You may thank them for coming, for being here, and now they may leave. And as they exit the circle, just cut any ties with your hands physically in front of you. Just wipe them over you just to make sure you've cut all ties as they leave this circle. I'm just clearing the energy, just bringing us back slightly. And as you journey back to your physical reality, just want to take some breaths. Feel centered in your solar plexus and open in your heart. I'm just going to clear this circle to make sure that none of our energies are tied to each other. That's beautiful. And as you're just coming back, just take some deep breaths. Feel yourself grounded and centered in your solar plexus. Feel your heart space open. As you wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, start to come back. And if you'd like to comment about how you felt in that situation, how you came out of this visualization, I would love to hear. I'm feeling really zen and calm again now. And I hope you are too. I'd love to know if anything came up, if you had any specific emotion that you got stuck with, or how you're just feeling in general, because I love to know how these go for you. Where are we at? Okay. Great. Thanks, Adam. You're welcome. Okay, so forgiveness is really something, as I said before, that will help us to move forward. And it's a way to empower ourselves, really. So empowering ourselves means that, oh, sorry, I'm just reading some comments at the same time. That is amazing, Amy. That is incredible. I'm so glad that that's happened for you. So Amy said that she feels so much lighter and that she had a big release from her throat. And quite often with forgiveness, because we can't always say what we want to say, or we wish we had said something, that our throat really does suffer because we want to forgive those people, but it's hard to find the words, or they may not even be open to forgiveness either. So they might be so caught up with the situation and with themselves that they don't want to forgive. The forgiveness for them may not even be on the radar. So it can really get caught up in our throat because there's so much we wish we want to say, but we just don't know how to say it. And that's where you can start to well up when you're starting to cry and you feel this lump in your throat. It's just this energy and this emotion sits in there that we just want to release. So it's amazing if you need to sit down and cry and do all that. It's just amazing. Oh, Janelle, that's beautiful. That's what I'm just saying. So it was awesome. A few tears and a weight on my throat. That is absolutely incredible. So I'm so glad this came through because obviously our heart being here is connected to anything above and below it. So our throat really can help get rid of a lot of our emotion from our heart. And that's where either speaking, if you can't speak something, write it down. So I'm a huge fan of writing stuff down that you can't say. So that can be negative stuff, it can be positive stuff, it can be anything in between. So writing it down, if it's negative, you can write it down, rip it up, get rid of it. So that's a great thing to be able to do. So, oh, you're welcome, Adrian. That's beautiful. So, where was I now? Sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked with the comments there. So, it's really empowering when we can forgive other people and forgive ourselves as well, because quite often we go through life and all of these situations build up, and you'll know when something has hold on you, when you think about it and an emotion immediately comes up, or you think about it and you get like this lurch of your gut. So it's like this, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Like it's like literally knotted up your insides. So when you're wanting to release some of that, forgiveness is really a great place to start. So you can forgive yourself like we did in the visualization, because that forgiving ourselves first is going to open up our energy to be able to forgive the other person. If we're just going, oh, I forgive you, and we haven't forgiven ourselves, then the energy doesn't match. So we need to match our energies. We need to give out and receive a matching energy for something like this to actually work. So by forgiving ourselves first, and you can take tiny little steps. If this is something that has been really stuck for a long time, start by forgiving one thing each. So forgive yourself for something you said. Forgive the other person for something they said. Forgive yourself for something that you wish you had said. Forgive them for something you think they probably could have said. Because there's this two-way street, right? And if we're not going backwards and forwards, then, as I said before, if that person's not ready to actually receive any forgiveness or forgive you, then you're forgiving them, but they're not forgiving you. And that's not a match. That's not going to work. And it's not going to be empowering for you if you're just giving out all of your forgiveness energy and you're not receiving any of it yourself. So by receiving it, you've got more to give as well. So that's really, really important when we talk about this sort of thing. Where was I going to go? Sorry, I'm just checking back in. Okay. And being empowered really is about having more capacity, I think. It's really about feeling like we're in control of ourselves to some extent, because a lot of the time we're really not in control. We just think we are. But that's a story for another day. And empowering ourselves with the knowledge and with these little techniques that you know that you can forgive yourself and forgive other people. And it just is that energy exchange, really. So as all of you have experienced that have been here with me today through this visualization, was this feeling of this weight being lifted. And that is where we're freeing up our energy again. We are freeing up our aura, our space. We actually have space. It's like cleaning out your cupboard and you're like, wow, there's so much space in here again. It's like that for our energy fields. So we're clearing this out. And what we want to make sure, though, is that we're not refilling it with negative energy. And we want to create that positive energy back into ourselves. So that's where, by creating this two-way exchange of forgiveness energy, we're able to keep that clear. So we've expanded, we've lifted stuff off our shoulders, we've energetically cut ties today. And you may find that you feel a bit tired and you feel a bit lost, because quite often when there's a situation or a person there that we've been unforgiving towards for many, many years, it's like we get addicted to that situation and that feeling. And when it's gone, it can be really like, well, now what do I do? I've got nothing to, my energy's not being spent there. I've got nothing to talk about. I've got nothing to energetically associate with that person. So just bear that in mind, because you may find over the next few days you start to get this weird kind of lost feeling of what's just happened. And that's very, very normal. And I want to explain that, because I don't want you to get 2 or 3 days down the track and go, oh, what's happened? That's what's happened. So it's just this energy shift of what's taking place. And if you've been energetically tied to that situation, and perhaps even playing a little victim with that situation, and that gives you something to talk about, well, now it's gone. So it's, what do I talk about now that that situation's gone? So that's something to really bear in mind as well. So you can keep that there. That's fine, Maria. You go back and listen to it. It would be awesome. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. So, where am I going now? So, what have we got? Some channeled guidance for healing. So, forgiveness being the key. Okay, guys? Pop down your, well, just comment to say, I want to test you to see how open to forgiveness you are. I want you to type the comment, okay? I am open to forgiveness. I am open to forgiveness. Type that in the comment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test to see how clear that is for you. And if there's an emotion that's attached to that, I will check in with. So we've got a bit of time. So we're at 36 minutes. So I am open to forgiveness. Type that into the comments. And I will check to see whether you are completely open to forgiveness or whether there's an emotion blocking it. So my thing really is all about emotions. So wherever we can start to look into what's blocking us and stopping us from moving forward is what I want to look at. So this is the exciting part as well for me. Okay, Amy, let's see. So Amy. Okay, so we are testing, is something blocking you there, Amy, from forgiveness? So let's see what it might be. So Amy, forgiveness. Oh, there's something sitting in your solar plexus. What is that emotion? Oh, it's like an attachment of some sort. Let me just check in. I'm going to test for some different emotions. So, okay, so caution comes up. So caution sitting in your solar plexus, Amy. So that stops you from being for forgiving other people and for actually receiving forgiveness in some ways as well. So you're cautious about forgiving other people, I feel, because you've been let down numerous times. And perhaps you have forgiven someone, but then they've just let you down again. So forgiveness, so caution sitting in your solar plexus. What I'm being shown the word awareness. So just from you having awareness that caution is sitting in your solar plexus relating to forgiveness, you sitting in that energy, sitting with your solar plexus is going to be enough to shift it. So that's what I'm getting told. So I hope that makes sense to you. So I'm just going to clear. So Janelle Page. Yeah, Janelle, you're actually very clear for forgiveness. So it's 100% at the top of actually being open. So just check in while I'm here just to make sure there's nothing. So Janelle, you need to work a little bit with your inner child, comes up for me. So healing your inner child. So what I'm feeling is, oh, there's a lot of energy with your inner child. Your inner child's like knocking on your back saying, let me out, talk to me. So I don't know whether you get like, normally I feel inner child is sort of over my shoulders, sort of just underneath my shoulder blades. That's where I get told this is your inner child. That's where it sits. So I don't know if you get any sensations there at all, but I would, whenever you do, if you feel like you're being poked in the back a little bit or tickled or something, that's your inner child. And I'm just going to see what it is you need to focus on with your inner child. We did a little bit inner child work on my video last week, so I don't know whether you want to try and find that. It's saying like the word clarity comes up for your inner child, maybe able to give you some clarity around something you're experiencing at the moment. So I would look into that for you, Jill. I'm just going to like it. Okay, let me just clear that out. So Cherie. Forgiveness. Okay, let's check in with forgiveness is feeling forgiveness in your base, Cherie. It's like more in my back though, like my base but my back. So shame comes up in your base for forgiveness. That's what's blocking forgiveness. And it's something that it's shame about something you did or said in a situation that is blocking you from forgiving that situation. I feel like it's really, really situational. So it's the shame around what happened on your part towards other people. And I'll just check in to see what you can do about it. So saying writing, you need to write this stuff out. So shame of something that you said or did in a situation that you want to forgive or you have trouble forgiving, and you need to write it all out. And as I said before, if you were on that, if it's negative, write it out, rip it out of the book, go and burn it, scrunch it up, rip it up, bury it, just get rid of it, because that's getting the energy out rather than having it written out and sitting there. You don't want that energy sitting there. So everything is energy. Every thought, every emotion, everything that you say is energy, whether that's written word or whether that's spoken word. So just remember that. So Cherie, I really hope that that's helpful for you. Okay, so Chrissy, let's see. So Chrissy. All right, so forgiveness, there's something sitting in there for forgiveness for you, Chrissy. What is blocking Chrissy's forgiveness? There's something sitting on your shoulders, Chrissy. It's really heavy, man. Okay. There's an inability for something sitting on your shoulders. Okay, so I don't know whether you were thinking of a certain situation here, Chrissy, but there's something coming up about your inability to actually forgive other people. So if there was a certain situation that you were thinking of, you need to like, oh, Okay, I'm just trying to interpret what I'm being shown. So it's like, so this weight that's sitting on your shoulders, it's because for some reason, could you, Chrissy, could you let me know if it's a specific situation or whether it's just in general you're sort of wanting to know? If you could comment and let me know, Chrissy, that'd be awesome. Because there's definitely something blocking it, and it's, yeah, it's really, something heavy sitting there. Just going to test in to see if there's any other. Okay, so it's worries coming up as well. So you worry about I'll come back to it, Chrissy. I'll come back to it. If you're still on it and you want to let me know whether it's a specific situation you have in mind, that'd be awesome. Oh, sorry, Chrissy. Just got it. Just got your message. Okay, so it's forgiveness in general. All right, so let me just check back in then. Okay, so Chrissy, forgiveness. So worry's coming up first this time. So worry is definitely coming up first. So where's that sitting? That sits on your shoulders. You worry a lot. And that's in relation to forgiveness. That's actually worrying that if you forgive someone that it's going to happen again. So you're not so sure that you trust that person or whatever that needs to be forgiven. And how can Chrissy remove? They're just saying, that's what they were showing me before, is just handing it off, handing it up to Creator to just be able to really, they can deal with it for your highest and best. So that worry, lifting that off your shoulders, whether you want to write it down, whether you want to say it, whether you just want to imagine the situation being lifted up to be healed, then that's really what you need to do. And then that's going to allow the forgiveness to happen as well. So again, going back to forgiving yourself first and then forgiving other people. So that's really what is coming up. So the worry around forgiving that it's going to happen again. So that's where we're sitting with you, Chrissy. So how are we, Gabby? Okay. So we'll just do a couple more. I just want to get to 10-2 and then we'll just do another little quick exercise before we jump off. So Gabby is, okay, so Gabby is open to forgiveness. No. Rejection. Okay, rejection blocks you from forgiveness, Gabby. And that is based on something that's happened previously. So that is a situation that you tried to forgive this person and this person did not want to be forgiven by you. And I'm basically getting told that that's okay because you now know how to forgive energetically. So you forgive yourself first and you forgive that other person. Sometimes spoken words aren't necessarily needed to have this understanding of being forgiven and forgiving other people. So if you didn't watch the visualization today, I suggest you go back and do that, and then you'll understand fully how we can forgive ourselves, forgive that other person, and then that can stop that rejection because you're just sending the energy. And to be honest, it's up to them whether they're open enough to receive it, but the fact that you've sent it is enough to help with your energy balance as well. All right. So beautiful, Amy. Thank you. Thank you. So glad that it helped. And Janelle, you're welcome. Okay, and Cherie's obviously got some good news out of yours too, which is great. Anne-Marie, beautiful. Okay, I'll just sneak you in, Bernie. I will just sneak you in. Okay, so Bernie, I am open to, let's see, I just want to make sure I'm clear. I'm just going to sneak in Bernie's and then we're going to do another activity. Bernie, okay, yeah, goodness, yeah, okay. Forgiveness, there's something blocking you and it's sitting in your throat. Okay, it's sitting in your throat. Oh, and it sort of connects to your solar plexus a little bit too. It's like I feel really nervous. Oh, anxiety's coming up big time. And I feel like it's more about having to feel like you need to approach people to have forgiveness and be forgiven, like the two-way street, but you don't. So I feel it's anxiety big time for you for forgiveness. And it's sitting in your solar plexus and in your throat. So that's like really starting to feel like it's coming up from your heart into your throat though. So that is speaking. It's needing to get that out. It's like overthinking about what they might say if you're saying, well, I forgive you, or can we work through this, or something like that. It's like you want to forgive this person in this situation, but it's just, what if that person says this or says that or something like that? So it's like this, it's just this anxiety around approaching the subject. So what I'm being shown for you, drink lots and lots of water and yelling, like, I don't know if you yell or scream, like just for fun, but that's what they're showing. Like you need to use your voice, use that energy, get that energy out. So I would recommend, if you can't yell, if you can't get that word out, if you can't just go and just scream, then write stuff down and tear it up, get rid of it, all that sort of thing. But that's what's blocking you is anxiety, and it's in your solar plexus and your throat. See? But something's starting to shift already there. Something's already starting to shift just from the awareness of it. So that's what I would go with. Sit with your hand on your throat, heart, solar plexus, and see what comes up for you. That's really where I would take that. So I'm going to stop doing the actual readings right now. So I know a lot of people are obviously jumping on, and cool. So there's a few people. Okay. So I know a lot of people. You're welcome, Gabby. Ah, Cherie. Beautiful. That's amazing. I'm so glad that you feel a lot better. This is great. You guys are awesome. Thank you for letting me read you and connecting with you. So it's great to be able to get a little bit insight when we can't necessarily quite get to that part ourselves, because we're in the way a lot of the time. So that's what I'm glad that I can help shift some of your emotional blockages and trapped emotions as well. Okay, so the last thing I want to do, I'm really not quite sure what it is. Again, I'm just going to channel it through. We're just going to do a really quick, short visualization. And it's going to be a word. So we're going to actually look at forgiveness as a word. And this might sound strange. I know, it sounds strange to me. I'm just bringing this through. Okay, let's just trust and let's go with it, okay? Okay, let's close our eyes. And okay, we're just going to walk down through the forest to a beach. So you can hear your footsteps crunching on the gravel as you walk down this path. I'm just going to drop into the sounds. the breeze, the sun on your back as you walk down this gravel path, hearing the crunching under your footsteps of the gravel stones. And as you walk through this bushy path, you're going to slowly come out the end. You're noticing the birds, the breeze, the smell of the ocean, the ground starting to change from gravel to sand. And you can smell that salty air as you get closer to the beach. And as you step out through this bushy path, you get to the beach, and the entire beach is a flat canvas. The sand is totally smooth. And you're going to grab a stick. And with that stick, you're going to write the word forgiveness on that big canvas. Write the whole thing out. Just intentionally writing each letter. And now there's something in each of you that needs forgiveness right now. The first thing is something that you said that you wish you didn't say. And as you think of that, you're going to go and stand in front of the letter F. And as you think about that thing that you said that you really wish you didn't, you are going to rub out that letter F, and it's gone. Then you're going to take a step to the right, and you're standing in front of the letter O. And you're going to think of something that you did that you really wish you didn't do. And as soon as you've thought of it, you're going to rub out the letter O, and it's gone. You're going to step across to the right and go to the letter R. You're going to think of something that you wish you did say that you didn't. And as soon as you've thought about it, you're going to rub out that letter R, and it's gone. You're going to step across to the right to the letter G. The letter G represents something that you wish you had have done. You wish you had have done something, and that is where you're standing. The letter G. As soon as you've got that thing that you wish you had have done, you are going to wipe out that letter G. It's gone. You're going to step across the letter I, and this is an emotion that you have trouble dealing with. This is an emotion that's trapped in you right now that comes straight up to the surface, and as soon as you've got it, you're going to wipe that letter I and you're going to get rid of it. It's cleared. You're going to step across to the letter V, and that letter V represents the time that you were angry, really, really angry, and you yelled when you wish you didn't. As soon as you've got it, you're going to wipe up that letter V, and it's gone. Then you're going to step across to the letter E, and that letter E represents something that somebody did to you. Something that somebody did to you that you feel victim of. As soon as you've got it, you're going to wipe off that letter E, and it's gone. That's cleared. And you're going to step across the letter N on that beach, written in that sand. And that letter N is that time that somebody got angry at you. And they probably pointed their finger and they told you something. They yelled at you. They spoke to you in a way you did not like. And as soon as you've got that, you are going to take your hand and you're going to rub it across the sand and wipe off that letter N. And then you're going to take the next step across to the letter E. And as soon as you're standing there, this situation is going to come up. There's a situation that needs to be cleared out right now. It can be small, it can be big. As soon as you've got it, you're going to clear that letter E, and it's gone. 2 to go. You're going to step across. You are going to stand in front of that letter S, and you are going to forgive your mother or your grandmother. You're going to forgive them. As soon as you've got that person in front of you, you are going to wipe that letter S clear. And then you are going to step to the right one more time. And you are going to forgive somebody at this letter, and that letter is your father or your grandfather. And as soon as you have that person in front of you, you're going to forgive them. You're going to wipe this letter S off that sand, and that is clear. That is gone. And now you take a look back over that sand, over that where that word forgiveness was, and you can see that it's clear. And with that, you are going to turn around and walk back down that sandy path, back onto the gravel where you can see the bush either side of you. You can hear the birds, smell the salty ocean, and walking back out to the clearing. And once you're there, you can open your heart space again. Take a deep breath and know that you have just cleared some emotions around forgiveness and some situations. You can now open your eyes and come back. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and anyone who's jumping on back watching the replay, I really would love to hear what you think. If you want to hashtag replay when you comment, I can jump in and see who's commenting when. And I hope that there's forgiveness in your life for yourself and for others. And you can go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And I'll leave it at that because I'm 2 minutes over, but it was worth it. I hope you guys think so too. So I'll talk to you again next week. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye.